Have you ever been in something that felt so right emotionally, but so wrong spiritually? You prayed about it, but you didn't really want God to answer because deep down you already knew, but you stayed anyway. You called it love, you defended it, you protected it. But what if what you have been calling love is actually the very thing pulling you away from God? Stay rooted, stay lifted, stay in God. Now let's talk about this. Today, we are going deeper than surface level emotions. We are talking about the things we love, we call love. Okay? The things we love, yeah. Not the obvious things, not the ones everyone wants you about, but the quiet ones, the subtle ones, the ones that feel right. So you never question them. You understand? This is the kind of message that doesn't just inspire, it comforts. Some of us are not stuck because we don't know the truth. We are stuck because we have grown comfortable renaming the truth. Now, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 that love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in truth. That means real love will never ask you to compromise your obedience to God. No. So if something is causing you to lie to people who trust you, hide parts of your life, ignore your convictions, disobey what God has clearly told you, that is not love. But here is what we do. We say, God understands my heart. I didn't mean for it to happen. We just love each other. No, you didn't fall into it. You slowly justified your way into it. And the more you justify it, the harder it becomes to let it go. When you start losing yourself, let me go deeper. Let me explain this very well. One of the clearest signs that something is not love is when you start losing who you are. You used to pray more, you used to have peace, you used to feel aligned. Now, you are confused, you are emotionally unstable, you are spiritually distant, but you keep holding on because of love. Listen carefully. Anything that makes you abandon yourself, it is not love. It's not love. Godly love will never require you to shrink, silence your convictions, or become someone you don't recognize. The danger of emotional attachment. Let's go deeper. Not everything you feel is love. Some of it is attachment. Some of it is loneliness. Some of it is fear wearing masks of love. Because real love brings clarity, but attachment brings confusion. Real love brings peace. Attachment brings anxiety. You keep checking your phone, you keep overthinking, you keep feeling drained. But you say, I love them. No, you are emotionally tied to something that is not feeding your spirit. And the truth is, you are not afraid of losing them. You are afraid of facing yourself without them. Now, the story you keep ignoring. There is always a moment when God tries to warn you. It could be a message you heard, a conviction in your spirit, a conversation you couldn't ignore. But what did you do? You brushed it off because accepting the truth would require making a hard decision. So instead of obeying, you adjusted your conscience. God. And the more you ignore the truth, the quieter your conviction becomes. Am I making a point here? Now, when love becomes an idol, this is where it gets serious. The moment love makes you choose it over God, it stops being love and becomes an idol. An idol is something you are unwilling to surrender. So let me ask you, if God said, let it go today, would you obey or would you negotiate? Because many people are not saying no to God. They are saying not yet. And delayed obedience is still disobedience. In Matthew chapter 16 verse 26 it says, "What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?" Some people are gaining affection, attention, companionship, but losing their peace, their purity, and their purpose. Think about Samson. He loved Delilah, but that love cost him his strength, his vision, and his destiny. It didn't happen instantly, it happened slowly, through compromise, through emotional attachment, through ignoring warning signs. And by the time he realized it, he had already lost so much. That's what dangerous love does. It doesn't destroy you overnight. It drains you over time. The deception of feels right. Here is one of the most dangerous lies. If it feels right, it must be right. No. Feelings can be real and still be wrong. There are connections that feel deep, but they are not divine. There are relationships that feel intense, okay, but are not intentional by God. The enemy doesn't always bring destruction in obvious ways. Sometimes it comes as a person you didn't expect. At a time you were vulnerable, giving you what you have been praying for, just not from the right source, and now you are confused because it feels like a blessing, but it's costing you your alignment with God. Let's make it practical. If what you call love pulls you away from God instead of closer, makes you hide instead of walk in truth, steals your peace instead of giving it, keeps you in cycles instead of growth, it is not from God. Godly love does not require you to sin to sustain it. Read that again. Listen. Godly love does not require you to sin to sustain it. If you have to compromise to keep it, it is not love worth keeping. Are you hearing? It is not love worth keeping. Okay? And I know this is not easy because walking away doesn't just mean losing a person. It can feel like losing comfort, familiarity, routine, emotional security. But sometimes God will ask you to release what feels good, to give you what is right. And until you let go, your hands are too full to receive what God truly has for you. So today, be honest with yourself. Is it really love? Or is it something you have been afraid to call what it truly is? Because the most dangerous sin is the one you have learned to live with, the one you have justified, the one you have renamed, the sin you now call love. Okay? So if this message touched you, don't ignore it. God is not trying to take something from you. He is trying to protect your soul. Okay? Stay rooted, stay lifted, stay in God. See you in my next video.